10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Tune in.
This is your Friday Night Lights podcast, photo and entertainment in Middle Georgia sales and services.
Coke don't worry about Pepsi. I had to go see a man about a mule.
Look at here, look at here.
A-Town down.
Hey, you better not lose.
Tune in.
Not so fast, my friend.
You better say it with your chest.
Come on now, shout it.
Hey, you better not lose. Hey, you better watch your mouth now.
I am a Lego.
Better shut your mouth.
Yes, I am. I don't mean to interrupt you. Better say it with your chest. Let's get it.
Hey, you better not lose.
What's going on, good people?
What it do?
Hey,
y'all?
family.
Hey, Obadiah. TCC checking in at the top of the hour, as you always do. So faithful. Thank you for checking in. How was y'all's day today?
It was a long one.
Man, it was a doozy.
Yeah, me too. It was long reports and contracts and just all kind of stuff. What's up, Tay? Good to see you checking in. What's up, Harris? Hey.
Oh man, so what is going on with everybody today?
I'm kind of still out right now, and I got something to say before I probably hit a bad spot. I've been reading the comments that a certain fan base has been making. We own you all, okay? Let's just go. Y'all always talk about the past, so let's just talk about the last 3 years. We won't even go into ancient history. The last 3 years since we've been doing this show and podcast and whatnot, our high school is 2-1 against you. Should have been 3-0. We had you down 14-0 and let you off the hook. Our middle school and JV just beat you all the time, and now you're complaining about who's talking about middle school football and who's talking about this. Sit down somewhere, little Christian. We own you.
Oh, you talking about Cordell County?
Yeah, that's
Straight out the gate, huh? Let's do
out
it.
the gate. I just got to let that be known.
See, I guess my thing is, this is not the first time middle school stuff has been posted. Different schools have posted it. We post everything in there. I mean, when your track team was doing great, that's all we did. That's all we saw. And that's okay. Stick your chest out. It's okay. I don't understand why it's a problem now. That's all I'm saying. And to Jeremy, let me say this. Nothing anybody can do on that page can upset me. You don't pay not nary a bill of mine, not nary one. You do not affect me to the point that if something happened to you, I'll be like, oh, that's fucked up. But if my day keeps going, okay. So it's nothing. It's nothing that you can do to make me mad. And Jeremy, I hope you saw the answer to the question. That's straight, raw, and uncut, and that's exactly how I feel. If you don't like it, you don't like it, and I'm not mad. It just what you say, Mike. It is what it is.
What it is.
And that's that on that. So I hope I answered your question. And I wouldn't care if you don't ever ask me anything ever again in your life. So that's that. And let me read these other questions. What do y'all think?
To the real.
So Daryl, Daryl asked, who y'all taking for the Valdosta versus Warner Robins game? We're gonna get into that. That's what we're talking about today. The Wizards gonna give his predictions. So we will be discussing that if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, we will.
Hi Jamie, Cockwood is here. J-Bo, no need to burn some sage. We're good. Woosah, everything's everything. What's up, Mr. Watkins? How are you tonight? Um, let's see. But to answer your question, Mr. Britt, Obadiah and Paris think that Obadiah thinks Valdossa's gonna win. Paris is rooting for Warner Robins. Um, and these little sidebar conversations, I'm not gonna be reading that because I'm gonna let y'all live in your own little toxic world. I'm not doing that today. That's why I said what I said. We're adults. Y'all need to work that out. Um, Jamie says y'all better come to the Mac Friday. No, I got some business elsewhere on Friday, Jamie, but I wish y'all the best. It's gonna be a great game. It's probably gonna be standing room only. That's gonna be really, really interesting. Because Lee County Lee County's fan base is very, very passionate, and it's an experience when you go to Lee County Stadium. And I've never been to the Hog Pen, but I've heard that's an experience as well. So that's going to be quite interesting.
Yeah, we got some good games coming up this weekend. It's gonna be we got some rivalries, we got some barn burners, we got some blowouts coming up this weekend. So stay tuned. We're gonna get into them.
Obadiah, no, we're not playing. I'm just saying they're very passionate, and so it's an experience when you play in league. And so when they go to Colquitt, they're going to probably experience something similar. So it's going to be interesting. That's all I'm saying. Why you won't read nothing I say? That's really. Lady, drive your car. I'm sorry. I almost read. Let's see. She almost made me red. I mean, she's driving from the second lane. God, I'm sorry. Y'all all right?
See, road rage. Girl, cut that out before you end up. And we got to come down there and bail you out.
I'm good. I really am. I'm almost home. I don't see what you wrote. Al, I'm not reading anything you wrote simply because you're not talking to the podcast. You talked to Paris. Why would I read something you said to Paris? You talking to Paris. Why I got to read what you said to him? Y'all having a conversation, and that's my point. If you're going to talk. And what you said had no substance. That's why I didn't read it. Crawford County, sorry. Why the hell would I read that? Say something and learn something. And talk to the panel. Don't be having sidebar conversations. I don't read those.
Okay,
now, what else you got?
Let's bring it back around. Let's not give him. This is not said with your chest. Let's
exactly.
Leave that where it is.
I'm good. So, Paul, what do you want? What about Ware County? Ware County. Oh yeah, that's going to be a great game. Savannah versus Ware County. Ware County versus Benedictine. That's going to be a really, really good game. That's probably one of the most interesting games of the week to me.
Is it just me, or did I just lose some voices?
I'm on here. Well,
No, I was talking about Joe. I thought Joe was saying something. Just lost him.
No, that wasn't me. That wasn't me. I think Yo was trying to say something.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Al. He says I'm real life funny. I try.
Okay, Jess, let me interject right quick. Just let me interject right quick. Let me say something to you, Chris County fan. You let a middle school game set y'all off today. Plus, the name of your rivalry game this week is called Battle of the Flint. That don't move the needle at all. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all just sit back and relax and let us get through this show without y'all making these offhanded comments. Don't give any more energy to them right now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, let's do a quick test. Hey, everybody. There's a big game Friday. What's it called? Battle of the Flint. Does it move the needle? I'm going to repeat the title one more time. Battle of the Flint. Okay, see, crickets. See, that's my point. It doesn't move the needle.
We trying to move the needle.
Let's talk about some games that matter. You know what I'm saying? Colquitt, Lee County, who else?
Ware and Benedictine, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good matchup. That's a real good matchup. And we got another one. Clark Central playing somebody. I forgot who.
No, they beat Oconee. I can't remember who it is, but I'm sure it will be recapped this evening. Jeremy wants to know how much it costs to get in a Jones County game. What you do is you go to the Jones County Board of Education website or football athletic page, and I'm sure they have that information there, and they'll be able to tell you that. Let's see.
Either that or just go on the Go Fans and figure it out.
Work too. Yeah, that'll work too. Wayne and
Appling. Appling better win. Go ahead, Jim.
I was just reading. Wayne and Appling tomorrow is gonna be good. Patrick Watkins said go to Go Fans. So those are all the comments as of right now.
Okay. Well, Paul Wilson, you could thank Jeremy for any jokes just in case. If Appling lose that game tomorrow, we're gonna tear Appling a new hole. I'm just telling you right now. And you can thank Jeremy for that. Paul
Wilson is he's from Savannah. He's with Benedictine. I think his son plays for Benedictine, or is it Calvary Day? Paul, let me know if I'm right or wrong. Somebody's son plays for one of those schools in Savannah. I don't know if it's Benedictine or Calvary Day. But
okay.
Let's see. Oh, Benedictine. Paul says his son plays for Benedictine.
Now that's a program worth respect right there.
Mm-hmm.
You do see. Let's say the name Benedictine, Crisp County. Which one hold more weight?
Benedictine.
See what I'm saying?
Hold on. Say it one more time for me.
Benedictine.
Oh, boy, you see that needle moving? Yeah, that needle moved on that one.
Exactly. Benedictine. And now let's say another team, Crisp County.
Obadiah says Clark Central plays Gainesville.
Okay, that's going to be a good one. That's going to be a good one. Yep.
I believe so. Are they playing in Gainesville or are they playing at Clark Central? Do y'all know?
Who is that?
Are they playing in Gainesville or are they playing in Athens?
I'll let you know in a second.
No, okay. What game we talking about?
Clark Central and Gainesville.
Oh, Clark Central, Gainesville. They are playing at Clark Central.
Yeah, it's at Clark Central. Exactly.
But that's not going to be a good game, though.
Why not?
Gainesville is going to handle Clark Central with ease.
Why do you say that?
Despite Clark Central having a great coaching staff, they just don't have the great players that they used to have. So Clark Central is in the process of getting back to Clark Central football.
So they're not quite there yet. Gotcha.
They're not there yet.
Oh, okay. Well, they're playing Clark Central, so we'll see.
Especially not against Gainesville anyway. Gainesville, one of the top 4 teams in 6A.
Yeah, they are. Mike, I'm going to tell you something that you don't know. You ready for it?
Let me guess. We 1-2.
Yeah, did you know that?
I knew that. Hey, guess what?
Okay.
You know what, though? What they don't know is we're going to be 2-2 come Friday. We're going to be at 500 come Friday. But that's Cordell County for you, though, right?
Stating the obvious. Yeah, Captain Obvious. But thanks, Al. Thanks for the feedback. We appreciate that.
But guess what, though? Cordell County still can't beat us.
We got another good one, Perry and Veterans.
I think Perry wins that one going away. That's just me.
Okay.
Nope, Battlefield wins.
No.
Veterans would definitely make a game out of it with Perry.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Now y'all know. Now y'all do know we need to come a little bit further north for some more games, though, right? So
Yes, let's go.
I'm gonna throw out there. I'm gonna throw out there Dutchtown and Spalding.
I'd be interested to see how Dutchtown is going to bounce back.
Bounce back from what?
Didn't they lose?
Oh, you talking about last week?
Yeah.
It don't matter.
That's
They
what I'm saying.
Spalding ain't finna get them.
That's why I said I'd be interested to see how they bounce back.
But yes, on the season, Spalding did. Spalding. Dutchtown did lose last week by 1 point to Jonesboro, which they should have won that game. Which blew my mind on how they lost that one. But Dutchtown will be 2-2 come Friday evening.
Paris says Spalding has a solid quarterback. Patrick Watkins, Peach County's other biggest fan, says Peach better win too. Well, Mr. Watkins, we're gonna try our level best, and if we don't, that's okay too. The future is bright.
Did
Um,
y'all mention Warner Robins and Valdosta playing each other?
Not
we
yet.
were not yet. But they mentioned it in the comments. Paris wants Warner Robins to win. Obadiah thinks that Valdosta's gonna pull away and win it.
Okay.
See, my thing with Valdosta is that I don't like. In my mind, I feel Valdosta has an average quarterback, so I don't think Valdosta's gonna pull this one out.
So you think it's gonna come down to quarterback play? Like, I know Warner Robins has that new quarterback now. He one of the reasons why they came back against Northside last week. I feel like Warner Robins would be a totally different team on offense if they start him. You know what I'm saying? And if he plays well, Warner Robins can come out of there with a victory.
Well, I'm gonna put it like this: that was a rhetorical question you just asked. Because yes, I do think quarterback play is gonna make the difference in this game, and that needle move towards Warner Robins when it comes to the quarterback play.
If they play the right quarterback.
Like I said, that needle moves to Warner Robins because Warner Robins will play the right quarterback.
Okay.
Because in crunch time, Warner Robins played the right quarterback last week in crunch time.
Exactly.
And now I think they will do that again.
All right.
Hawk says Valdosta is not consistent, and he also said Judd is a stud. Let me explain something to you all. Paris and Al, I want y'all to go somewhere and get a room. We talking.
Don't get them any more attention right now.
No, just ignore. Just ignore, because that's the same. Just ignore. Yeah, keep on moving.
I'm done. So yeah, that's the last comment. So yeah.
Well, I got a good game for y'all. We're gonna go back down south.
Okay.
All right. Northeast versus Carver Columbus.
Oh yeah, that's another one. Exactly. Let me tell you something, man. A lot of people are sleeping on Northeast. I'm serious. Who would have thought that they would have went down to Fitzgerald the way they did? And play them tough. The number one team in the state, Northeast, was unranked. They went down there, got that win. You know what I'm saying? They could easily be undefeated right now because I think they only lost to Mary Person by a touchdown or less. Everybody was saying Northeast lost a lot off last year's team, and that may be true. But I got to tell you, they put 2A on notice with that big win last week.
Well, we'll see if they let down because they're going to Columbus. And for those of you who don't know, J-Bo and others have advertised it, but that game starts at 6 o'clock now as opposed to 7 o'clock. But we'll see how they do this week because Carver, they lost last year. And they're looking to make a statement. They're a much better team. Not that they were bad last year. They were just kind of undisciplined with all the penalties. I think they've cleaned that up. And they play at home, and they're looking for revenge. Northeast coming off that big win. It's really going to be a good game, and I'm interested to see how that's going to work out.
Well, Carver better not lose that game because that's not going to look good if Carver lose. Okay?
Yes.
If Northeast loses that game, it won't look so bad. But if Carver lose that game, it won't look good. And the reason I say that,
won't look good.
Yeah, it won't look good at all. See, if you compare the schedules up to this point, Northeast has played the much tougher schedule. Carver Columbus, I'm not throwing shade, but they played cupcakes so far to open the season. You see what I'm saying? So Northeast is a quality opponent, for their third game, in my opinion. I can't speak for anybody else.
Oh, okay. You talking. I'm sorry.
Well, you know what? We're going to put it out there on the tape. Carver Columbus' resume to this point, it doesn't favor Carver Columbus. They played Hardaway and Spencer. And you barely beat Spencer. And when I say barely, yes, 21-0 is barely beating Spencer.
But I believe they called that game early, didn't they?
And they did. And they did call the game early, which I just thought about. They called the game early due to fan interactions. We're going to leave it at that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But as of right now, your resume does not help you going into this game.
Right.
And what I do, and this is my receipt right now. I'm putting it out here on the show. Carver Columbus will revert back to Carver Columbus last year because Northeast will punch them in the mouth and they would not know how to react.
But Mike, aren't you concerned about depth? I mean, Carver Columbus seem to have a little more depth than Northeast.
No, I'm going to be honest for the simple fact. It's not that much disparity between, a 2A and a 3A. There's not that much disparity between them. What I will say is this. At the skill positions is where I'm more concerned with. And actually, I'm going to take that comment back. The line. I'm going to say the line because you might run offensive lineman, defensive lineman on both sides of the ball. Whoever can manage their linemen, and that's both offensive and defensive linemen, better should come out on top.
Okay,
I'm going to put it like that.
We got some comments.
Hold on, sis, real quick. I just want to say, Carver Columbus, you better not lose.
Nah.
And that's from a Bulldog.
Nah.
Okay. So,
Oh, okay, go ahead.
I was just going to read the comments because...
when you get to J-Bo, I want to answer J-Bo when you get to him.
Okay, and Antoine and Paul, I'm coming back to you, but we're on Carver Columbus, so I'm going to read these. Oscar says, stop, we beat them. It got called in the third quarter. It wasn't barely. Paris says, Spencer, Columbus, and Carver had a fight situation. They're moving all the games to the new stadium. Some teams will play Thursday, sometimes as well. Shaw has their own stadium. Let's see. Obadiah says Northeast lost 2014 to Mary Persons. J-Bo says Thirsty just don't like us.
Okay. J-Bo, I'm going to be honest with you. Okay? For me personally, you guys have not moved the needle for me since last year when you came into 3A. Okay? Here's my thing. I hear all this talk about Carver Columbus. I'm still waiting to see Carver Columbus show up. You guys came into 3A last year. Your fan base making noise. When your team got on the field, they were very undisciplined. Okay, they cleaned it up. I ain't gonna say clean it up, but they got it down to a minimum. I'm hoping this year, your second year in 3A, that we can see a much better Carver Columbus. But as of right now, your resume doesn't allow us to see what we want to see from Carver Columbus because you haven't played anybody. So therefore, it's still hard to judge you guys without actually having put eyes on you. It's hard to judge you guys. So therefore, I'm giving the benefit of the doubt to the other teams because your non-region schedule, Hardaway, Spencer, Brookwood, Hateville Charter. None of those games, in the words of Dro, moves the needle. The only non-region game you have that moves the needle is against Northeast, as of right now. So I'm still, here's my receipt, going to say Thomasville takes the region this year. I do not see you guys winning the region because you guys haven't been able to show me so far this season that you are that team in Region 1.
So, Oscar says, Thirsty, you need some water, and they've been here.
Where you been at? No, seriously. How did you guys finish last year? Tell me. Because if you can't tell me, no. I know where they finished at in the region. My question is, where did they finish at in the playoffs? Against who?
Okay.
If they can't remember, I'll put it on the screen. You know what? I'm going to put it on the screen just so they can remember.
Okay, so we have dissension in the panel because Thirsty thinks that Thomasville is going to win the region. Yo says that Carver Columbus will win the region. Oscar said they went 9-3 and went to the quarterfinals, and they lost in the Elite Eight.
To who though? Who did you lose to? That's what I'm trying to get at. Who did you lose to? It's on the screen if you don't know. Who did you lose to? You had no business losing to a Coney in the quarterfinals.
Why not?
Because if you was that team out of Columbus, you had no business losing to a Coney.
I disagree, Mike, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay, tell me why.
That loss against Oconee County is, if you consider like what Oconee County has been doing the past few seasons, that's not really a bad loss for Carver Columbus in that round, in the third round. You know what I mean? Now, had it been, say, Harlem or something like that.
Dro, stop right there, Dro. Look who they played in the playoffs. It's on the screen. First round, you played Upson Lee. Second round, you played Harlem.
But I just said that.
That's what I'm getting at, though. And Dro, I hear you, but what I'm getting at is they played nobody in the non-region, not preparing them to get in the region play or the playoffs.
Okay, I hear you, man, but I'm still of the opinion, and I know Harlem and Upson Lee are not names that jump off the page and you're like, okay, that's tough competition, but Oconee County is respectable. I'm not going to knock them for that loss. That's just my opinion.
Damn that, I'm knocking them for that loss because all Oconee had was a tight end last year.
It may be true, Mike, but I mean, if you look at what Oconee has been the past few seasons, they've been in the mix. That's
and they're very disciplined.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Joe on this one.
They're very disciplined. They are. Y'all never had the plan, but they are very disciplined.
Who never had the plan? We beat them. We beat them. We shut them out. We made them put an egg up on the scoreboard when we played.
Oh
okay,
yeah.
Okay,
I forgot y'all the all-stars. Y'all the all-stars. I get it.
Y'all good.
But ain't that what Carver Columbus supposed to be? The all-stars of Columbus right now?
But you said it yourself earlier.
According to their fans, who else said that?
Yeah. They go ahead.
I was just reading what Oscar was gonna say. He said, "Bro, we know who we lost to. This man just don't like us. Just know we coming. You don't come with legit facts. You just be talking sometimes. Oh, Coney wasn't sorry. So
all Coney had last year was a tight end. That's all they had.
That may be true.
Was the brother at LSU?
You off base, Mike. That I can't knock them for that. That losing against Oconee County in the playoff, that's not a bad loss, man. It's not. I'm sorry. I can't ride with you on that one.
So let me go and read these other comments. Al says Big Chris will win the region.
All right. I want some.
No.
Well, we know that. Hey, we know they got good dope down in Cordell. We know they got good dope in Cordell.
Stop for a second. Stop for a second. let's go back to I don't want to overlook this guy before we get all into the new comment. Mike D, can you find his comment, Jason? Read it. I want to ask him something right quick.
Yeah.
Mike D.
Yeah, I was gonna go back to him after we got through talking about Carver and what you call it, but okay. Mike D says Northside checking in, just here to get the wisdom and thoughts from the group. How you doing tonight, Mike?
Okay, Mike, are you checking in for Northside Columbus or Northside Warner Robins? I'm assuming Northside Warner Robins. I got a question for you.
His son is the quarterback, number 12.
Oh, okay. Mike, what happened last week, man? Northside had a double possession lead on Warner Robins. What happened in that game? How did Northside end up losing that game? And if you can hear us, you know, we love for you to come on and talk to us, but if you can't, we'll be looking for your comment. Okay, Jeff, go ahead. I just want to ask him.
Hold on. Stop the press. Joe, I'm finna make you mute your microphone real fast. Can I make you mute your microphone?
Why?
Read that comment on the screen.
Can't wait to. Oh man.
God dang it. Let me do my job. Let's get through Carver and what you call it. I was going back. God.
Okay, me and Joe finna mute our microphones.
He said they celebrated too early, Joe.
Yes. He said they celebrated. And they had a block last week when he talked about on Monday. He told us that there was a blocked field goal and they ran it back, and that kind of changed the momentum in the game. And he said y'all celebrated too. Yeah, because they went up 32-28. And then it was 6 minutes left in the game, and they just kind of celebrated.
They choked. That's my perception of it. And I'm not being funny, but Northside had that game won. You understand? And to me, in my opinion, they choked. I was like, Northside is about to, get this big win on the season. They're gonna be 3-0. That defense is good. You understand what I'm saying? I like the defense, but apparently wasn't good enough because Warner Robins ran off, as many points as they did to win the game. But I did see where they were celebrating and everything. They thought they had it sold up, and then Warner Robins with the change at quarterback, and then it changed. But you don't give up a big lead like that. That made me think about the Atlanta Falcons and the New England Patriots. You know what I'm saying? In the Super Bowl. And I hate to bring that up because it makes me
mad. You ain't gotta go there.
That hurts my heart to this day.
Exactly. We ain't gotta talk about this.
So can we so I'm gonna go back up here because this man listens to our show and he asks us questions and he brings us insight because I had never heard of this team. And so I appreciate him talking about it. But he says, I can't wait till New Hempstead wins another game. We beat a 5A Bradwell team last week, and we've got a 6A Camden County this week. Maybe we will get some respect. I think New Hempstead, Mr. Antoine, if you're on still, if you could tell us what classification, if I'm not mistaken, I think they're D2.
Man, he messed up.
No, they're 4A. They're 4A.
He messed up that whole statement by saying Bradwell.
But Paul says if they beat Camden, folks will see you.
Well, I mean, is Camden? What has happened to Camden? I haven't heard anything from them in a while. Is Camden still a good team?
Is Camden still a team?
Yeah.
They will make the playoffs, I think, as a number 4 seed. But they haven't made noise in a while.
Yeah, because they were making the state championship game, deep playoff runs, all of that. What happened to Camden County?
I don't know.
Man, Camden County ain't been past the second round since 2013. That's what happened to Camden County.
Are you serious, man?
They have not been past the second round since 2013.
I remember
that's what happened to Camden County.
Okay, well, he talking about New Hempstead. I don't know what that is. What is it? You know, I don't know, man. I don't know. You know how we do on this show now. You know what I'm saying? He bragging about his team. We said,
Dro.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
talking about a program that's been around since 2014. Okay, do understand that.
Okay.
Chad says that head coach left and he came back like 2 years ago trying to get Camden back. And I remember last year Camden lost to a Columbia out of Decatur. I remember that. Everybody was
Columbia
shocked.
was good last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, last year they were.
Yeah,
because they went down and shot Camden County.
But see, that's my point. Why is this guy on here bragging about Bradwell Institute and Camden County when Camden is clearly down? Why is he bragging about it?
Well, he's New Hampshire. First of all, they're undefeated. We haven't really heard about New Hampstead, so my assumption is they probably don't win a whole lot of games. But as of right now, they're 3-0 and they like what they see. So they're just interested in, seeing what's gonna happen. I mean, because clearly if they went out, then they're gonna be ranked eventually. And Mr. Wilson, Paul Wilson is saying, because he's from down that way, he's saying they're gonna make a deep playoff run. I'm just saying, and I got some questions for you, Dro. Dante, Dante says, is it really a choke when somebody is up 4 with 6 minutes left?
Okay, let me go up 4 with 6 minutes left. I think what I'm saying is Northside had a pretty sizable lead in that game. They was up more than 4. They shouldn't have never lost that game. Any other team worth their weight being up, let's say 3 touchdowns. I'm just using that as an example. You hardly ever see teams lose when they have a big lead like that. Am I wrong?
No, unless you're Atlanta.
Well, yeah, unless you're the Atlanta Falcons. But I'm just saying, you hardly ever see that. I was surprised that Northside lost that game. They had momentum and everything. They had Warner Robins on the rope. And then, it just turned around. New Hampstead. I'm sorry, Jay. Go ahead, read that.
No, go ahead. Somebody wanted to know where New Hampstead was 4th in the region last year, got beat by Cairo. Where exactly is New Hampstead? I think it's down in southeast Georgia, but I don't know specifically where it is. So, Paul, if you could, I'm assuming it's down by Savannah because you know a lot about it. So tell us about it. And while I do that, welcome Dante, welcome Paul. Welcome Kenneth, and welcome Chad, and welcome Zachary. He said New Hampstead is in the Benedictine region, so they're in the region with Benedictine.
Oh,
okay. Now, hold on, wait. Y'all do know who all in that region, right? No? Okay, I'm gonna tell you. Benedictine, New Hampstead, Wayne County. Dro, I want you to stop me when the needle stops moving, okay?
All right.
Burke County.
Burke? You said Burke?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
No, that's a lot of travel. Like Burke ain't nowhere near Savannah. I'm thinking it is.
All right. Hold on now, Nathan. Southeast Bullocks and Islands.
Well, you can stop right. Island don't move the needle.
You can stop at Islands, but the rest of them, if they're competitive in that region, that's not a bad thing. We
know Southeast Bullock and Islands ain't finna do much in Burke County.
But Wayne County is respectable.
Wayne County, Benedictine is respectable. Burke County, they on the edge. Burke County is on the edge.
Burke County is respectable.
Yeah, they're respectable. Yeah.
Okay. So that's why they consistently take 4th place in the region.
Why he on here talking about New Hampstead gonna make a deep playoff run? I'm lost.
That's what I'm trying. This is what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. New Hampstead is gonna consistently go into the playoffs as a 4 seed. So therefore,
this is what he's saying. He's saying this year he likes what he sees, so it's a possibility that they won't get that 4th seed. They might get that 3rd seed. They might even get that 2nd seed. You don't know. That's what he's saying. He's excited about it. I don't see
You know
nothing
what?
wrong with it.
I can't. You know what? I can't talk to a fan of a team that came in behind Islands in the region.
Wait a minute, Mike. Hold on, Mike. Now, Oscar, you wrong for that, and I'm gonna tell you why. See, is Oscar? First of all, Oscar, are you with Carver Columbus? If I ain't mistaken, is that your team?
Yes, he's Carver Columbus.
Now, how you gonna talk about their region when y'all played? Let's see, Hardaway and who else? Spencer. Relax, Oscar. Relax. Don't do that.
Okay.
Don't ever do that again. Stop.
Okay.
At the end of the day, real fast. I just want to get this out. At the end of the day, New Hampshire is going to be a consistent 4th-place seed coming out of that region.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Paul
Okay.
Wilson says New Hampstead got a junior quarterback that should have started as a freshman. So maybe that's the difference maker. That's all I'm saying. I'm just interested. I don't know.
Well, if he that good and he been on the team, why
So
not?
we'll see.
Never mind. All right.
We'll see. So let me go back to this Warner Robins Northside. Mike D says, for what it's worth, Northside players needed to be humbled. Better to be humbled now versus come region play. Playing 3.5 quarters of football just ain't gonna get us anywhere, and that is a lesson they learned. And we are looking to take that pain and turn it into motivation for the rest of the season. Just my thoughts. Okay. Great.
Well, that's awesome, my guy. But I mean, you can't have any more slip ups like that. I mean, y'all had that game won, man. That's a big drop off, and Warner Robins scored quickly. You understand what I'm saying? So I mean, I was amazed at that. I really was.
Welcome, Ken Hortman. Welcome, Kenneth Hurst. Let's see. Ken Hortman says New Hampstead is coached by Kyle Hockman, who won 103 games at McEacher.
But did he win a state title?
I don't know. Antoine says we will see. He said, did they win a state title, Ken? Antoine says we will see. I'm gonna leave it at that. My phone died.
Your phone died, but okay.
And then he got it back over. Oscar says he said we lost by single digits to both of them last year, Oscar. And then there was a legitimate question up here, Mike, for you earlier. I'm gonna ask it.
Who asked the question?
Jeremy asked the question, and he said, do you really call an offense a threat that only uses one player?
No. I call that offense one-dimensional.
One trick pony.
There you go. One-trick pony. Just like I labeled Doherty last year, I'm labeling Doherty the same thing this year and any other offense that follows suit. So I'm just curious, but can we roll back to the Northside Warner Robins game real fast? I just want to bring something to highlight.
Go ahead.
Sure.
Y'all do understand Northside was up 21-5 at halftime, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Warner Robins came back and put 20 up in the third quarter and put 14 points up in the fourth quarter. So therefore, if I'm not mistaken, somebody said something about Northside defense. Northside defense went AWOL in the second half to allow 34 points to be put up in one half.
I said that. I said their defense disappeared. I said
Yeah. And I'm just re-emphasizing because I'm looking at the box score. I'm like 21-5 at halftime, and you gave up 34, and all you scored was 14. Yeah, Your defense straight disappeared. I'm with you, so therefore I agree with you.
Mike D, who's incorrect? He said no, sir, incorrect. Was Paris incorrect or is Thurston incorrect? He said special teams played a huge factor.
Trust me, I know about special teams. I know about special teams playing a factor because special teams been killing City Grove past 2 weeks.
Ken says he doesn't think the guy at McEachern won a state championship.
Well, if he had won a state championship, winning 103 games is awesome. Now, don't get me wrong. But, he ain't won a state championship at McEachern. They basically got a good coach. But is he capable of sealing the deal is what I'm trying to say. Is he capable of winning it all?
You do know McEachern ain't never won a state title, right?
Yeah, I know. But that's what I'm saying.
But they've always been considered. Well, at one point, they were a very, very strong team, and they moved the needle. Lately, not so much, but
nope.
I mean, we talking about 2013, 2014, 2017 when they made it to the semifinals. Mm-hmm. But outside of that, they only been to the finals once, and that was in 1998.
Obadiah says Northside Winter Robins will finish 4th in Region 1-6A. That's the highest they'll finish, probably. Veterans might come in. You just don't know.
Well, they got a big game with Paris, so Veterans gonna show everybody what they all about this week when they play that good Paris team. And I can't believe I'm saying it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's making me gag a little bit. I'm sorry, but Paris is a good team.
They're very good. And if they can if they're able to survive, because I'm just gonna say it, Sunshine gonna throw at least one pick every game. If they can survive it, and he doesn't throw it at the wrong time, they could really, really make some noise.
Why are you calling him the Peyton Manning of high school football, throwing at least one pick every game?
I mean, I'm just calling it like I said. He is an egg. I think he's very good, but that's just usually how it happens. If they can survive that, and he doesn't throw it at a critical time, they'll be fine.
I gotta tell you though, I gotta be honest with you. When I first saw him a couple years ago, I want to say his first start was in that playoff game against Morgan County. That young man went in there and threw 6 touchdown passes in the first round of the playoff. I said, my goodness. I said, what do we have here? He went in there and threw 6 touchdown passes. That's why I hate it so much that he's no longer, part of the Black Hat Nation. But I think he's gonna do all right against Veterans. I really do.
Oh, he is. I've seen Perry twice this year. One time in the scrimmage, and one time when they played Jones County, and they look very good. I mean, and it's not just the quarterback. Them little boys they got running up and down the field. Oh, they fast. They're very good. Mike D says, I won't agree with us at 4th in the region, but I did take notice of all the comments. So it's going to come down to saying it with your chest and asking people if they're good once region starts. That's right, Mike. And you have got a tall order. You do know who is in your region, right? Do we have to say it? I'm sure you know. We don't have to tell you. You got a tall order. And listen, I say all the time, Mike, it's a poor frog that don't praise his own pond. So if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will. Y'all go ahead and take number 1 in the region and beat TCC and Lee and Hoko. Go ahead.
You got to think about it, though. They got a new head coach, a new system in place, and stuff like that. So if taking 4th place in the region might not be so bad. And I can't believe I'm saying this about a Northside team. I bet our rivalry go back a long time. But I'm just saying, taking 4th in the region may not be so bad given the circumstances. I think actually that'll be a successful season in my opinion.
It definitely will, because I wouldn't expect them to get number 4. So I mean, the fact that they won what two games, they're 2-1. Hey, especially considering that scrimmage I saw, the fact that they're 2-1 is great. You know.
Yeah.
Um, Antoine, let's see. Let me go back and see what Antoine says. He says he's talking to Oscar. He said, "I know you what you think about our region, but it's a different year and a different monster at quarterback. We're gonna see when it's all said and done." And Antoine, that's all I can tell you about your team. Just show and prove. That's all you can do at this point. Um, Kenneth Hurst said they better get some groceries if they beat TCC. I hear you. Dante wants to know you guys take brand new quarterback one, a couple of starts, and in 3 games he passes for 1,000 yards. What's the ceiling for that kid?
What school we talking about?
What tell us the school, Dante.
It all depends on the school.
And Northside, Ken says Northside travels to Thomas County Central last game of the season. That's a tough place to win. I agree.
Yeah, I agree
Why?
with that. They're gonna have.
Why?
I'm gonna tell you something. Thomas County Central got that stick in that read.
No, they don't.
Yes.
No, they don't.
TCC. Because I want to ask y'all too. What accounted for the huge turnaround from what 2021? Y'all couldn't beat a flower, and then 2022 y'all came back and went undefeated for the whole season. I mean, really, it was the worst to first kind of thing. So when you get a chance, y'all in the comments, y'all tell me what happened.
Coaching.
Oh, that's what it was, sis.
Knowing how to utilize the talent that you got. Those kids, TCC had a talented team for quite some time. They were just under the wrong coach.
The kids just bought into his system. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going back to Dante. He's talking about Thomas County Central. They got a brand new quarter QB1, a couple of starts, and in 3 games he passes for 1,000 yards. What's the ceiling for that kid? This is
if he passed for 1,000 yards in 2 games, the ceiling pretty high. If you ask
3 games.
Oh, 3 games. That's still pretty high. That's almost what?
That's 333 yards a game average. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Remember, I told y'all about the kid preseason.
Yeah. Mike, who's in that region? I mean, Thurston, who's in that region?
Lee County and Hoco, Thomas County Central,
Hold on,
Northside.
wait. No, we're gonna stop this conversation right now. We're talking about the quarterback at TCC, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
The resume is not impressive, so he should have did that against who he played. Now, and this is why I say that. No, listen to me. Listen to me.
Okay.
Cairo, however you pronounce it.
It's Cairo.
They down. He should have did that. You caught Thomasville the second game of the season. All you got to do is throw a screen and let your playmakers do what they do. What I want to see is the yards after catch against Thomasville. Bainbridge, I want to see the same stat. Yards after catch. Oh, that's what I want to see. That's what I want to see because it's the same thing going on in other schools in Southern Georgia right now. So to say just because he threw for 1,000 yards doesn't mean you got a good quarterback. It could mean you just got good playmakers in place around that quarterback.
Well, Kenneth said
he the real deal.
Kenneth said the quarterback ran over the DB at Bainbridge. He's brand new.
Dog, City Grove quarterback run over DBs. Okay, and that don't mean nothing.
I'm gonna look it up right quick. I'm finna see what region they in.
No, we know what region they're in. They're in the region with. Yeah, they're in the region with Lee County and all that.
Oh my bad. I said I misspoke then. I said TCC got a stick in the region, but if they're in there with Lee County and Hoco's in there too, but I'm not. I don't know what to make of Hoco's defense. Now we know they're explosive on offense. I don't know what to make of their defense, but that's a tough region. So let me just.
That's why I said Northside. If they get number 4, they will be lucky. Um, Ken says he isn't throwing screens. Some mixed in, but deep passes are mixed in. Paul, what junior class is good? What school are you talking about? The whole junior class is good. They just set the quarterback. What's
They
going
boy
on,
went
Earl
12
Brooks?
and 1 last year.
Say it
Yeah.
again. Yeah.
And let me comment on Ken real fast. Ken,
Sure.
I don't know if y'all are really watching high school football. I really advise everybody that's listening to us right now. Watch high school football from different areas. Watch different schools. This is what's going on. Quarterback in the shotgun takes the snap. He's counting the pre 1, 2, 3, and chucking it deep, throwing up a prayer. Okay, that's what's happening right now. I sit around on Friday nights and I watch football. I'm flipping between games and I'm seeing the same thing. I'm seeing a quarterback that has no accuracy on an intermediate throw at all. But he can throw a screen and he can throw the ball downfield and let the receivers go get it. That doesn't make a good quarterback. Can you make the throw from the far hash mark to the sidelines with velocity?
Let me interject right quick.
Dante, that's not true.
Thomas County Central was in a shootout with Lee County last season. The final score was 39-30. Okay. They went 12 and 1 last year. They lost in the third round to Roswell. You see what I'm saying? They went through the regular season and let's see. Matter of fact, I'm looking at it right now. They beat Lee County last year. They beat Holco, they beat Lee County, they beat Northside, Warner Robins, Tiff County, and veterans in the region. So I don't see why they couldn't do it this year, unless you see something different.
Hold on, who are we talking about? TCC?
Yeah, they went undefeated in the regular season. They didn't lose until the third round of the playoff.
Yeah, Thomas County. That's why I asked. I mean, that was a stellar turnaround.
Yeah, they beat Lee County last year. They beat them by 9 points, 39-30.
Bro, do I have to say it? Do I really have to say it?
Yeah, it's Thursday.
Last year was last year.
I understand
Last
that.
year was last year, but I've been trying to tell y'all since preseason that TCC got it. I was the one that said they should have been ranked much higher. They got it.
Okay, and let me go ahead and address something Dante said. Again, that was a preseason poll. We didn't say y'all didn't have anything coming back. What we said was based on your roster the previous year, we didn't know what you had coming back. And so that's the issue. We didn't say y'all didn't have nothing coming back. So, and again, it was a way too early poll, so we're not going there again. But I just had to get that out.
That's a tough region. That's a tough region. I'm telling you, if they ran the table in the region last year, I don't think it's far-fetched that they could do it again. That's just my opinion. You see what I'm saying?
This is what I said, Drew. I said I would not be surprised. I mean, I anticipate that Lee or Holco would be number 1 or 2. However, if TCC was number 1, I would not be surprised.
Hold on. I'm sorry, sis. Now,
Nigga,
I'm sitting here and I'm being very vocal about my rival. And I'm reading comments that I just don't agree with because the whole data thing, we over that. It's corny now. Let's be clear. They might not have known, but there was at least one person speaking up. So don't be in the comments getting slick because they might not have known.
Now that's tried to tell y'all. I mean, you tried to tell us you had something coming back, but you didn't give us nothing concrete. You didn't give us no data. So I mean, okay. Let's not go there. Let's talk about now. So your data was next man up. What can we do with that? You didn't give us no name, no position, no heights, no weights, no nothing. So don't talk about y'all gave us that. All you said was next man up.
And you're not
So
telling me nothing because I'm still sitting here saying I was the only one that spoke up for Thomas County
did,
Central.
and she did,
And I'm
and she
still
did.
doing it.
And we had y'all. Matter of fact, in our preseason poll, we had y'all higher than the AJC did. But y'all had a problem with our poll. But you know, it again. We in the third. What is it? The fourth week of GHSA football. So let's not go there again. Thomas County Central. If y'all get number one in the region, it would not shock me. What would shock me is if y'all run into that buzzsaw called Langston Hughes and actually come out with a victory. Now that would shock me.
Speaking of which, yes, I don't know. Langston Hughes, what happened with them against Butler?
I don't know what's going on in North Carolina. Somebody talked about it. They said like really should have won that game, but I have no intel on Butler, North Carolina, the kind of school they are, any of that. I don't know.
Man, Langston Hughes played like crap, bottom line.
So they
At the
are.
end of the day.
They
They are
can be
what?
beat.
Yeah, they are beatable, but not by any team in 6A.
Yeah, in Georgia. So I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you know, listen. I don't want. Y'all think it's a slight because we, you know, I guess y'all want us to declare Thomas County Central the world beaters, and they can beat everybody in Georgia. We're not gonna do that. We give you your props, but I mean, the opinion is Langston Hughes is going to win 6A, and it's just theirs to lose. Now, if y'all come back and y'all beat them and y'all win, it makes it so much sweeter for you to say "I told you so." But until then, the opinion is the opinion, and you gonna get this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
One thing we ain't got no problem with is eating crow. We said it Monday, we're going to say it again. We got no problem eating crow on here if we have to.
Right.
But it's up to your team to make us eat that crow. Keep that in mind.
Wesley Bryan says, let's get honest. TCC wasn't sure what they had coming back next year. They just talking because they chased out and they winning. That's what Wesley said.
Trust me. Trust me. I know that. You know that. They know that.
How you doing? Welcome, Demoris Hudson, Thompson, Georgia, 2AA. Welcome, y'all. Number one now. Hey, Mr. Robert, how are you doing?
All right, Robert, what's going on, buddy? Let's see. Before we get to the Pilgrims, somebody said something about the cannons going off in Applicana a lot tomorrow. Well, we'll see. I believe that may have been Jeremy. We'll see.
Yeah, he said. He said they got their cannon back, expected to go off a lot tomorrow. I hope that flatbed truck y'all got across the street can hold it up.
Well, they done pulled the truck up to the stadium already.
Yeah, it's across the street. It can't be on the
school ground because they ain't got no insurance for it.
So they got to do it across the street on their regular truck.
Oh my God, boy, that truck gonna move 16 feet every time that thing go off.
Daniel James, welcome to the podcast tonight. He says, I don't think nobody has the front 7 and 6A to play with Langston. Ricky Lee, okay. He says neither team will beat Cedar Grove 3A. What
team is he talking about?
What team you talking about? Oh, hold on, whoa. Ricky Lee, thank you for checking in, bruh. I know you didn't have to. I know you're busy. Appreciate you checking in today.
Well, what team is he talking about, man?
Hold on.
We've been on 3A for a minute.
No, but y'all do know who Rick Lee is, though, right?
I do not. No. Ricky Lee, who are you?
Ricky Lee was a player from City Grove off of last year's team.
Oh, okay.
He played at City Grove. Yeah.
I'll keep up with
So, Rick Lee, welcome to the show. If I'm not mistaken, you down at Auburn. If I'm not mistaken, if I'm wrong, please correct me.
All right, War Eagle.
All right, congratulations, young man.
Yeah, good job. Antoine says Calvary or Savannah Christian will win their region. Benedictine will go deep for sure, and New Hampshire will shock a lot of folks this year and be a topic of discussion. Cole Moore, Dro. Cole Moore says Wesley Bryant, hold on now. Most people that are plugged into the program was sold and knew we had a lot of very young talent, especially TCC 2026 class. A lot of sophomores in the starting lineup. Yes, and y'all knew what y'all had. That doesn't translate to us knowing what you have. Daniel says that's his dad. Ricky's at University of
Well,
Alabama.
hey, it don't matter that man. Auburn, UAB, man, they right there by each other. But my bad on that, on the wrong school. But if that is his dad, welcome, welcome to the show. I think this is the first time I've ever seen you comment on the show if you've been watching.
Well, yeah, congratulations, Rick, and congratulations to your son as well, man. We love
Yeah.
to see the young men, achieving their dreams. So congratulations. But I do want to know which two teams are you talking about that won't beat Cedar Grove? I would like to know that.
Ken says, I see you lurking class of Central 85 and a Cowboy fan. What Cow Sister fan on here?
He's shouting out some of his county stuff, I guess.
Okay. Well, whoever it is a Cow Sister fan. But welcome anyway. Demoris Hudson said Thompson who coming to AA. Okay. So Joe, let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Because somebody asked this question to Thirsty and Yo on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
After that Fitzgerald loss, do you
Mm-hmm.
still see them winning to Division 2A?
It's possible. I mean, that's a tough class. With some of the teams that's in the the top 10, Fitzgerald, Thompson, Appleton County, who else is up there? Northeast now is up there. You know what I mean? They got some good teams up there. I'm not gonna say that one team is the clear-cut favorite to win it all. You know what I mean? Because I really feel like if Appleton County plays up to their potential, they could possibly win it all. But we say that every year, and they end up falling flat. You see what I'm saying? Any one of those teams, now I don't know so much, and it's going to sound like I'm underestimating Northeast, but it just seems to me that some of those teams outside of Fitzgerald may have a little more, to put Northeast down is what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't Northeast play Appleton last year?
Yeah, they lost to Appleton in the quarterfinals, I think it was.
Do you remember what the score was? Because I think Appleton may have had a little more depth than Northeast had.
Yes, that's what it was. That's what it was.
Yeah. But that two-way poll, that top 10, well, I guess the top 5 or 6, I guess, or 4 and 5, whatever you want to say.
Hold on, who y'all talking about last year from the playoff? Oh, Thompson. Appleton County won 35-13
over Northeast, right?
Yeah, in the
what I'm saying.
In the second round.
Yeah, in the second round. See, that's my point. Some of those teams may give Northeast problems because of depth. See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, Fitzgerald obviously didn't, but that doesn't mean that they can't win at all.
Mm-hmm.
Those playoffs are going to be good again this year. The 2A playoffs were good last year. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to that class again. I know I was long-winded in this answer, but
no, it's fine.
That's the best answer I could give right now.
We wanted your input. Demora says Thompson is going to win 2A again. Antoine asked the question. So Cedar Grove is a deadlock in their region. What do you all think? I don't know what Sandy Creek has coming back, but
I'm gonna tell you like this. We actually, if y'all tuned in Monday, we talked about this on Monday. Look at Sandy Creek's resume right now for this season. So hold on. First off, my answer is yes. Cedar Grove a deadlock for their region. That's the answer to your question. Now I'm finna tell you why. Take a look at Sandy Creek's resume right now, and I just want to know if it impresses you. So, with that being said, give me a second. Where we at? So, Dro,
Yeah.
does this schedule move the needle for you?
Okay.
First game, Noonan. Second game, Greenwood, South Carolina. Third game, Alexander. East Coweta.
The first game probably because Noonan has a reputation. They'll be in the mix sometime. Now I don't know.
Stop it, Joe. Stop it.
No, don't tell me. Stop it. Noonan got a better reputation than on other two schools up under it. You know what I'm saying? Now I know they play East Coweta this week. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just discount what Santa Creek had done this year. Now you could say, well, those teams are cupcakes. Are you trying to say right now that Noonan is a cupcake?
Yeah.
Man, okay.
East Coweta is a cupcake this year. What happened to East Coweta over the offseason? They lost the quarterback. Well, their quarterback went to Buford. What happened? He's still at Buford. Collins Hill. Collins Hill is down. Dude, you playing Jackson? We know Jackson, they got players, they just don't have a coach to coach them players. And Harris County. Really?
Okay.
All
right.
That resume is impressive to you?
No.
I didn't say impressive now. Don't twist my words, okay?
No, that's the question I'm putting to the table. Is this non-region schedule impressive to you?
Man, hold on, wait a minute. I just looked at something. Noonan sucked the past 2 years. 3 years.
Thank you, Dro. That's what I'm saying. Stop that. Stop that madness.
I remember when Noonan used to be good, man.
That's what I'm saying. They playing the same non-region schedule they played last year, which is garbage.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, Antoine, the only people that could probably pose a problem for Cedar Grove would be Sandy Creek, and as of yet, it does not appear that they will be. So more than likely, they will win the region.
Nope, I'm gonna tell you right now who poses a problem for Cedar Grove.
Doug gonna win it all, ain't that right?
I'm gonna tell you who poses a problem for Cedar Grove.
Who?
Cedar Grove.
Oh
no, Cedar Grove, because they got to clean up special teams and clean up them turnovers that they've been doing on offense. They can't do the same thing they've been doing against Sandy Creek and against Carver. They can't do that in region play.
So basically what you're saying is Cedar Grove got 3A on lock.
They have their region on lock. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, they got the region on lock. So who else in 3A would challenge Cedar Grove to stop them from winning a state title?
As of today?
Yeah.
Calvary Day.
Don't you even put that Calvary Day and Cedar Grove in the same statement.
Listen, I'm just saying.
I would honestly have my honest opinion as of today. If a team is going to challenge Cedar Grove for the state title, it would be Sandy Creek in 3A.
Why not Calvary Day?
Or Savannah Christian?
Y'all, that's a rhetorical question, ain't it? Y'all asking me rhetorical questions. Y'all already know how we all feel the same about them teams out there, Savannah region. When they get out of Savannah and gotta play and gotta go north, they do not do well.
Where is Yo? Because we need somebody with some that's a little less biased.
No, but he feel the same way about the Savannah region. That Savannah region, do y'all want to see who they playing in the Savannah region? They are playing nobody. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let me pull up Calvary Day.
Can I read what Sean said? Pull it
what
up.
Sean say?
He says Cedar Grove missed on their DL recruits. Their defensive line is the weakest since Jimmy Smith's first year, and they are vulnerable on defense. They can score nearly at will, but their defense is not a regular Cedar Grove defense.
Okay. Forget all. I hear what Sean is saying. Take a look at Calvary Day's schedule.
There ain't no need to put that up on the screen, man. I already take it off.
So you want to? Okay. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna take it off. I'm gonna put up Savannah Christian. The most impressive game they got is Marist, and what happened when they played a team from Atlanta?
That's even worse, man. Take it off. That ain't no better. I mean, Marist beat them. So take it off, man. I got it.
Okay, so my point made. Okay, so my point made about Savannah teams coming up to Atlanta, playing a team from Atlanta. Okay.
Okay, I think we can all agree that historically the Savannah region has been about basketball and is not necessarily known for their football outside of Benedictine. But what I can say is maybe they're getting better. I mean, even was it last week? Somebody, and Joel, don't say nothing. But last week they were talking about the guy came on and told us about Bryan County. So now it's on my radar too. So I'm gonna be looking at what they do. Dro.
What?
Dro. Go back and listen. I mean, he made salient points when he talked about them. So I'm just saying we can just kind of look, even with Jenkins County, over there in the southeast. So y'all keep talking to us about it and putting it on our radar so we'll pay attention to it. Sean also says Marist would beat Cedar Grove this year and any year in the past 8 years. Stop playing. Savannah teams are limited by the travel budget.
Hold on. Let me respond to Sean.
Okay,
we are talking about private schools in Savannah, not public schools in Savannah. Calvary, they ain't public. They got an unlimited budget because they got donors.
I know Savannah Christian got money.
Exactly. So don't come up now. As far as marriage goes, that's Cedar Grove already proved that in the last 8 years, and I'm gonna leave that one there.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back up some. Jamie wants to know what your opinion on Milton.
Who going first?
You got it, bro. Have at it.
Okay. When it comes to Milton, first things first. What was it? Last week or 2 weeks ago down in Florida, I was shocked. I expect Milton to win their region. The loss in Florida shocked everybody because that was unexpected. 2 teams from Georgia went down to Florida and lost, and it was unexpected. Shocked the state of Georgia. But I still expect Milton to come out of their region at the worst case scenario, 6-1. Because they already got a loss in the region. I'm sorry, not in the region, but I'm sorry. At the worst case scenario, Lambert's not going to challenge them. West Forsyth, Central, Denmark, South Forsyth. Nobody's going to challenge you in the region, so you should run the region. When you go in the region, play October 6th, you should run through your region and get a number 1 seed. Now, how far do they go in the playoffs? It all depends on where you come out on the bracket. I don't know. Like I said, we're going to start throwing brackets out there around week 6 of the season to see how everything lines up going as we go into the playoffs and everything starts changing up and stuff like that. But expect Milton to win the region because, like I say, Lambert ain't not going to challenge the South Forsyth, Central, West Forsyth, Denmark, not going to challenge it. It doesn't matter what side of the bracket you're on. If you're on hopefully, you're not on the side with either Buford or Colquitt or Carrollton. Them your nemesis right now.
Yeah, that was Jamie from Colquitt asking, by the way.
But I'm just saying though, that's Milton nemesis right there. Those 3 teams: Buford, Colquitt, and Carrollton. Those are your 3 nemesis right there in 7A.
What about Walton?
That's your nemesis, ain't it, Thursday?
Who?
You and Jamie.
How you figure that?
I seen y'all going back and forth. I might be thinking about another cat. Y'all were going back and forth in the comment one day about coffee and Cedar Grove.
Man, you know what? I'll talk about that after the game on ESPNU.
Okay, and
Hopefully,
so Demar's
hopefully Spectrum got me straight by then.
All right.
I'm
Listen,
mad.
we need to invite this person on right now because he's annoyed me now. Okay.
Who, Demar's?
Yeah, I'm annoyed.
Okay,
You
because I was
know how I
gonna
get
say,
when I get annoyed. Demars, we want you on right now. So get out of the comments. I don't want to hear about you got to get no. I don't want to hear good night. I don't want to see that. You come on for 5 minutes right now. And you come on right now. You've been in the comment, man. Y'all talk about two-way, man. Come on now. Start talking about them big schools and talk about two-way. I want you on the show right now for 5 minutes. You come on right now and you talk about your Thompson team. We're gonna give you the floor, but you must move the needle when you come on, or you're gonna hear these words. Get him out of
Get
here.
him out of here. He already got the link. I said he got the link. He got the link, so he can come on anytime he wants to.
okay. So in the meantime, we're gonna answer Daniel James' question, Mike. What about Walton and Westlake? You think Milton is better than both of them? That's what I asked about Walton.
See, hold on. Let me verify something. I know I got to verify. What's
Thursday.
up? What's up?
Before you answer that question, where the Wizard at?
Sitting right here, chilling.
Okay, we let's get the Wizard intake, and then you can answer his question.
Man, you know me and the Wizards mind bad.
Yeah, I know, but I know we're getting close to the end, and we want to hear what the Wizard got to say.
Okay, well, shit. Let me go there. Hold on, let me go down. Hold on, let me go down to the dungeon and pull his ass out. Give me a second.
Let's see.
I heard y'all was looking for me.
Here he go.
Hey, Mr. Wizard, how you doing tonight?
Man, you just get to the pickle, man. You don't come on with all that. Just do the pickle, man. Just get it on over with. Come on.
Before you talk, Mr.
Yeah,
Wizard, I'm
that's
sorry.
him.
Demaris wants to know how to get on, Dro. Go ahead and let him know.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Why we always got to go through this? How do I get on? Now you're stalling. You got 3 minutes. You got 3 minutes to get on here. We see you interrupted me and the Wizard about to get into it. You done interrupted us, man. You trying to act like you don't know how to get on. It's simple. Figure it
All
out.
he got to do is check his Facebook messages. He got the link. That's all he got to do.
And if you have an iPhone, you copy the link, you put it in the browser, and you sign in through Facebook, and you can come talk to us. Okay.
All right,
Okay,
Wiz.
so
You
y'all
got the
squared away
floor.
now?
Yeah,
Y'all
go ahead.
Squared away, Mr. Wizard. We're so sorry. Go ahead with your
Okay.
predictions.
Okay. I love y'all though.
Okay. So this is D2 we're looking at, right?
Yes, ma'am. I have no upset in D2. All the top 10 should win. Any questions?
I'm looking. Oh, so Clinch, you think Clinch County is gonna beat Cook County? Okay.
Yep.
That's the only thing that surprises me on here.
Oh,
Okay.
you think that Schlock kind of game gonna be a blowout? Okay.
Yep.
All right. All right.
And they're playing Ellaville, right? Yeah.
Which game?
Okay.
Okay.
D1. The only loss from a top 10 team will be Bleckley County to Sly County.
Okay. Well, that's a shocker that the margin of victory is so big.
Yeah. Let me see the comments. Okay. Okay. All right. That Monroe area, Prince Avenue Christian. Yeah, I guess I can see that. I can see that.
Thank you.
I mean,
I
is
want to see why
Prince
Coco
Avenue?
likes you.
I'm sorry, is Prince Avenue like that this year?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Prince Avenue and Swainsboro for state championship, I think.
All right.
Facts on that. Facts on that.
All right.
2A. Game from last week. I expect Appleton County to lose. And I expect Cook to lose to Clinch.
Hey, and I see you have Northeast over Carver by 4. Okay, that's pretty bold.
Ooh.
Northeast right at high. And I think Carver Columbus just punches.
Okay.
All right then.
All right, Wizard, you bold.
Always.
I don't think that Collins Hill Cedar Grove ain't gonna be that close, but that's just me. You know.
Bottom line is, I have Cedar Grove for the win.
Well, you ain't gotta get smart, man. You know what I'm saying? You just
Just trying to reiterate.
me and this old known looking.
To answer your question, Sean, Northeast did beat Carver last year. He said Prince Avenue Christian brought back most of their starters, including their quarterback. And for anyone on their phone, Obadiah says turn your phone sideways, and you should be able to see it a lot more clear.
Thank you, Obadiah.
Let me see. Carver Atlanta. Okay, that's not a shocker there. Well, okay, Bainbridge and Thomasville. I see you got Thomasville losing by 10.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I have a question.
I think Thomasville would do what they normally do. Lose
Don't say
non-region
normally.
I have a question.
and run region.
I have a
EP
question.
has a question.
You really think Calvary Day gonna beat Charlotte Christian from North Carolina that bad?
Yeah. Have you seen them?
No, I haven't.
Please go watch. You will understand why.
Well, Wizard, I was about to agree with you. We'll be fine in region. Signed, Thomasville.
And I agree.
I concur.
Right now, doing non-region, you're getting everything together. Come region play. Do what you do.
Sean said so. Dawson just not gonna score at all, huh?
Nope.
Antoine said, okay, so Ken says Bainbridge wins by more than 10. Antoine says, but Calvary can beat a team from North Carolina, but not North Georgia. Patrick says, who's winning wearing Benedict? We will get to them we'll get to them right after this. Sean says Thomasville is a hard-nosed football team because they play tough non-region games. They'll win region, but they'll probably be too banged up again for a deep run.
Possible.
Okay. So again, Patrick, we're about to talk about 4A right now, so you'll get your answer as to what the Wizard thinks. Oh
man, look at that. It's tight right there.
I think Benedictine beat Clark County.
By a point. Okay.
It's hard to call, but I'm giving Benedictine the victory.
Yeah, okay.
And I think Spalding is upset by Dutch time.
Yeah, that Ware County game could go either way.
Mm-hmm.
That's
But I mean, they're in Savannah, so I guess they get the edge.
Cooking.
Okay.
All right, 5A. Wow.
Warner Roberts, the victory over Valdosta.
Mr. Brent.
It's just hard to come up with the margin of victory.
Okay.
Mr. Britt, you see that?
Ooh, Calhoun gonna
Yeah.
shoot out Cedar Time. Okay.
Cedar
Park
Town.
Central loses the game.
Let's see. Paul says his son said Benedictine gonna win 35-0 over where. That's what he's supposed to think. He's supposed to think that. Daymar says Ware County is gonna thump the Cadets. And let's see. Ricky says even coaches make it to the next level. Cedar Grove. Okay. We're gonna. I'll go ahead and read it. Even coaches make it to the next level. Cedar Grove, the last two head coaches before Adams, coaching D1 over 7 current ex-players in the NFL. Almost every kid getting offer plus ships equals come to Cedar Grove if you want to coach or play at next level equals levels. So, all right, Mr. Lee, he giving he's recruiting guys. So, y'all listening.
He's not recruiting. He's not recruiting.
Okay.
He's enticing transfer.
Mike rubbing off on you, Wizard? Okay.
I tagged it.
Okay.
Hey, Thompson High for 2A all day. You feel me? Repeat.
Okay,
What's
we just
going on,
heard
sir?
somebody talking. Who is that?
That is your buddy.
You feel me? Thompson High all day, baby.
Hey, what's up, cuz? You feel me? What going on with you?
Hey, I ain't nothing but just chilling a long day at work, but Thompson High gonna win state again. You feel me?
All right, you got the flow. You feel me? Go and run it down for a Playboy.
Well, basically, we got that offense, them horses in the backfield, and we just gonna do it like we did last year.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but you got to wait till after the Wizard finish, my friend.
My bad. First time on the show.
No problem. Sean, that's
Thank
Mr.
you,
Lee's
EP.
father.
I knew I like EP.
It won't be
Real
long.
fast. I got 2 upsets in 6A. Lee County losing to Colquitt and Mary's losing to Woodward Academy.
Ooh. Okay. And 7A.
I have 1 upset. Milton losing to Roswell.
All right, hold on. I'm taking a look at some of these. Let's see. Okay, it look back. I have no questions about this list, about this set. Colquitt. So Lee County still won't be able to beat Colquitt this year, according to Pick'em. Okay.
Nope.
Jamie says 28-17 is not gonna be that close. Sean said if that's the dad, then it's still a violation. He about to call Jim Finch real quick.
I wasn't gonna say that. Oh man.
Well, isn't this rich? Jeremy Williams say, watch everything out of his mouth be a lie. And you'll recognize it too. Game recognize game, don't it?
He talk about our guest. That's who he talking about.
Yeah, talking about everything out of his mouth be a lie. He ought to know. Cause he the biggest one here. All right. So go ahead.
The last thing I'm going to show is the games on the Pick'em. Get them in by Friday, 6 p.m. if you think you can beat me.
All right. There it is.
Okay, there it is. And so, guys, we have a guest on with us tonight. He's talking about his Thompson Bulldogs and why they are going to repeat as state champions. Welcome to the show.
He left. I ain't mean to run him off. He left.
Really? Well, he still got the link. He can come back.
You can come back. Listen, he just said you had to wait. He didn't say you had to get off, Mr. What's his name? It was just that quick. We sorry.
Oh Lord have mercy. I was getting ready to have fun with it too, man.
You ain't the only one.
Oh Lord have mercy, man. Come on, bro.
It's all right. Well, make sure you come back. He said he said what's his name? I'll tag him. Oh, Diane, you are a mess. You know that.
I was about to have some fun with him, man. Man, that's it.
What's going on, D? How you doing? So you talking to us from D Williams tonight. You're not Darius tonight. Okay. Welcome.
Well, let me take his place till you come back. Hey, what's up, podcast fan? You feel me? I'm on here representing the Thompson Bulldogs. That's all he said. I don't know what else to say about him.
He said he was gonna talk about his offense. So,
Man, they gonna lose to Laney. Man, they gonna lose to Laney anyway next week.
Yeah,
Come
lose
on,
to Laney.
don't get Joe started on Laney. Please.
It ain't Demarius Hudson.
That's why I said it. They gonna lose to Laney next week.
That's his
Please
name.
don't get
Demarius Hudson. That's his name.
Yeah, Mr. Hudson. Mr. Hudson, if you're listening, please come on back. We want to talk to you. Please come on back. Patrick Sellers says, "Me too. Me too." What? Elaborate, Mr. Sellers.
I think he want to have some fun, engaging with DeMarcus. I think that's what he means.
Okay.
Boy, I'm just thinking, boy, Thompson losing Laney next week, that's gonna be hilarious right there. Thompson fan can't show their face in here no more.
Now, see, I tried to act like I ain't hear you the first 3 times. You see what I'm saying? Y'all keep saying Lucy Laney. But it ain't
Lucy Laney.
Lucy Laney. Lucy Laney. Lucy Laney.
Stop it. Oh, my goodness. My vein about to pump out of my forehead.
About to call you have a stroke, dog.
Yeah, I'm about to have a stroke. I mean, we haven't seen him since. Ain't heard nothing else about Lucy Laney. You know what I mean? He got on here a few weeks ago, just hyping up Lucy Laney. Where have they been?
I don't know. I can't tell you.
Hey, April Finley, I know that's right. You're supposed to be here. Win, lose, or draw, especially on Fridays. You got to show up and say it with your chest, whether you won or lost. But you better not lose.
So who's her team?
Tell us who your team is, Miss April.
Yeah. Let us know.
Obadiah.
I know people ain't out there getting offended because this is what we do on the show now. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing personal. We
gonna make fun of teams that deserve to be made fun of.
She's from Thompson.
She's from Thompson.
Okay.
That's what you're supposed to do. But Joe, that's Joe's role. He gonna be the agitator. That's what he does.
Man, damn, man. Don't lose to Laney. Lose to Laney.
Coming on? Is he coming back?
I don't know. Y'all might have run him off.
He got the link. He can come back on at any time. He got the link.
Jamie says, "Who's your dark horse in 7A?"
If I had to pick a team, Milton and
Walton, maybe?
Yeah, Walton, maybe. Because right now your top teams in 7A is Beaufort, Carrollton, Colquitt County, and then everybody else fall in line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much.
Obadiah just sent Mr. Hudson a message, so maybe he'll come back.
Well, Miss April, we glad that you enjoy the podcast. We thank you for that. We really do. We just like having a little fun. Sometimes it's never personal. We just, people like it when we, poke fun at, certain teams and things of that nature. It's never personal. We just do it for entertainment. And if your son is on the team, may he have a successful season. And we rooting for y'all.
Jamie says Colquitt versus Buford for the state, and Colquitt is winning 28-21. Obadiah says, who do y'all have any upsets this week? What was it?
I guess Northeast over Carver would be considered an upset.
And it was another one. Would Schley over Blackley be considered an upset because they're
I don't know about that one, but maybe Veterans over Perry. What you think?
Yeah. Yeah, that could be one. That would definitely be an upset. I just don't know enough about Veterans, but based on what I've seen, Perry is a force to be reckoned with. What's going on, Danny? Welcome. I don't know. Let me ask this question to you. What's the most interesting classification to you? So your schools are 3A. So outside of 3A, what's the most interesting classification to you? Don't answer all at once.
My bad. I had my microphone on mute. For me personally, it's 7A because I'm looking for a progression and growth from Carrollton. I'm expecting Carrollton to go back to the state title game again, but this year they play Buford and lose.
For me, 6A.
Okay.
Why?
Because of Langston Hughes.
Huh?
Because of Langston Hughes.
Oh, I got it. I didn't hear.
Okay.
But go ahead.
Yeah.
No, you good. No, you got it. You got the flow.
For me right now, I know it's gonna shock y'all when I say this, but for me right now, it's Class 2A. You know what I mean? That any one of those teams, man, can hold that trophy up at the end of the season. You know, that's gonna be a dog fight all the way down to the very last game. And I think those playoffs are gonna be exciting. That's just my personal opinion.
I think so. In a kind of organic way. Like 2A is just gonna be, I don't know. I'm between 2A and 6A.
I can't even get.
I know it's Langston Hughes to lose, but Gainesville is no slouch, and neither are those teams in Region 1 6A. So, I mean, there could be an upset.
Okay.
Carrollton, Earl says, I think Perry is beating Veterans. I agree. Jamie says, any upsets coming this Friday? Let's hear from everyone on the panel, not just 2 or 3, everyone. I mean, we agree with the Wizard. Whatever the Wizard upsets were, that's ours too.
I do agree with Jamie though. 7A, 5A is interesting. 7A I already spoke on. 5A is interesting because in 5A we don't know. Ware County hasn't really been okay. Ware County had somewhat of a test against Appleton County. You won that by 3. Your next test your real test is coming up against Benedictine. That's going to show you what type of team you really have when you play Benedictine. Warner Robins, Northside,
Creekside.
Man, don't even mention Creekside right now. But
they gotta bounce back. They got to.
Yeah, they will. They were just overly. They played an NFL team last weekend, so it is what it is. But my thing is, Warner Robins seems to be doing what Warner Robins does, surprising folks year after year after year, as they've done for the past 6 years. But I think the biggest thing is it's a lot. The fan base in Ware County thinks their team is going to repeat. In my mind, I need to see what you do this weekend against a quality opponent in Benedictine, because you only beat an Appleton County team by 3. That if you were that team, you would have blew them out. So I need to see what you really got against Benedictine, and that's going to tell you what you got going forward.
But are you saying Appling is just that bad?
No, what I'm saying is Appling played and had a
Uh,
chance to win that game. Ware County did not show up at that game. That's what I'm saying. Ware County looked like straight crap in that game. So can Ware County get it together and beat a quality lower class opponent in Benedictine? I'm with the Wizard. I don't think they can because of their quarterback play. Because I'm still sticking to what I said. Your quarterback cannot throw for 1,800 yards in Class 3A and up. You're not going to make a state title game.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that. Let me ask y'all this question. What has happened to football in Class 3A? It's not exciting like it was 2 to 3 years ago. What has happened?
When your blue bloods are down, I mean, and Cedar Grove is not necessarily considered down, but they've been a little suspect. They aren't as strong as they've been in the previous years. But I mean, they're still Cedar Grove. But
It ain't
I mean,
about Cedar Grove. I'm sorry. It ain't about Cedar Grove.
listen, let me finish. Now, see, I forgot what I was gonna say. Shut up.
That's
See,
why I interrupted you.
make me
Not so
stupid.
fast, my friend.
Are you speaking for the classification as a whole, or are
As
you
a
asking
whole,
about?
Yeah, as a
So
whole.
I think the excitement died down once the region changes or the classification changes happen. Like that first year, everybody was hyped because you was excited to see what was gonna happen. We claimed people weren't gonna do this, and they did. Others didn't do as well. So now we're looking to see what everybody else has coming back or gonna do this year. But it's vice versa, if that makes sense. Like the
yeah,
people that
it's
were
like
selling aren't, and those that were like will be silent for the rest of the year, they
I,
real loud. Anyway, y'all
that's
get what I'm saying. It's
that's
the
perfect.
hype has died down.
That's
Yeah.
perfect. That's perfect.
Mm-mm. I disagree.
Of course you do,
You
thirsty.
would.
No,
That's why
no,
we're a panel.
no. And hear me out on this. This is what and the reason I disagree is because of this. All regions in 3A are trying to catch up with Region 5 as a whole.
Okay, let's talk about something else, man. I knew he was finna go there with that.
Dog, it's a fact. Who's been in state championship games the past 2 years? Region 5
Okay,
teams.
yo, you missed a lot. We so glad you back.
Yeah, I
Welcome.
do apologize, panel and fan listeners. I've been on top of that roof for the last 2 hours, and it's been hot.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
I'm glad you came back, man, because I ain't want to hear nothing about Region 5. I mean, I get sick and tired of
You
hearing about
just
Region 5. I said the quality of football in the whole classification of 3A is not exciting like it was just 2 or 3 years ago.
because it's been Region
I say
5
last
title
year.
games. It's been Region 5 title games the past 2 years.
Well, it don't take away. You can say that thirst, and you can't argue that fact. But you still had good ball being played throughout Region 3. I mean, but throughout
3A.
classification of 3A. And that's not the case this year. I remember saying last show that I can't wait to see, Thomasville and Peach County and Oconee for the first time out of the rankings. That like 3A just been down this year, bro. It
Yeah.
ain't about catching Region 5. The whole 3A just been down. Look at you. You 1 and 2. That's unheard of.
No, it ain't.
Oh, come on,
I
Okay.
man.
literally just said that.
Yo, okay, so let me ask you this question because I asked it earlier. Outside of 3A, what classification interests you the most? A move the needle
Uh,
for
it's 3 that I'm interested in this year only. That's 6A. 6A is the toughest region, if you ask me. We know that it's heavy with Langston Hughes than everybody else, but that everybody else will be fighting hard to face Langston Hughes. 2A with Fitzgerald losing to Northeast now has sparked interest in me. And Division 1, I'm sorry, Single A Division 1 is definitely an interest because I would like to see PAC and Swainsboro in a rematch to see what Swainsboro can do.
Okay. That's
But
interesting.
all of that
Well,
high power stuff they be doing, like it just take away from football to me.
And I don't know if you know, so just to give you a recap, the Wizard says that Benedictine will win over Ware. He has them at 1 point. What else? Oh, Warner Robins is going to beat Valdosta by a point. I mean, because he
Yeah.
can't really determine for. And what else?
Who
That's
we had?
Spalding.
Cook over Clinch? Oh, that Spalding Dutchtown game? That's a good one.
Yeah. Dutchtown over Spalding County. And what else he had? I can't remember. But anyway.
Cook. Hold on, who Cook playing this?
Oh yeah,
It
he
was
said
Cook.
Cook was gonna lose to Clinch. Yeah.
What did he
Okay.
do?
I don't know, but let me go ahead and read what Sean says. He says 3A is down because Cedar Grove has a larger recruiting territory than Georgia Tech. Peach is down and has been down for 2 to 3 years. Oconee is down and Region 8 is unreliable, although Stevens looks better. Appleton and Pierce moved down. Region 1 hasn't proven itself in 3A. The Savannah teams haven't cracked the code just yet, but I think it's Savannah Christian's year.
now Sean usually be spot on. I like his breakdown there. But I know I went crazy. The football just not exciting this year in 3A. It's just not. You
Not
know
in
what I'm
3A,
saying?
bro.
So
And
nope.
I mean, and it could be. I don't want to say that because I don't know if it's because my team losing or not. It just don't move the needle.
Well, for me, it's not so much as my team hasn't won yet. It's just an overall feeling in 3A. It's not. It doesn't have that. It doesn't move the needle. Somebody said it earlier. It's not moving the needle this year. It's just not. Not yet, anyway. Maybe later on in the season it'll heat up, but right now it's pretty dead.
I think the region will turn it up.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we'll see. It's gonna be interesting. It will be, and those people that are normally locks for their region might not be locks for their region. So we'll see. Jamie wants to know, guys, what happened? What's wrong with Peach?
Adjustment. They, adjusted to a new system, They're going through a new phase right now. You know what I mean? They'll be all right.
Yeah, they'll be all right, and the future is very, very bright.
So that's the problem with Peach.
So do y'all think this year 3A and 4A is
Hey,
similar?
hold on. I might lose service, but I want to know what roof means from thirsty.
He trying to say that dog mentality.
Basically, that's all I'm saying. Y'all just don't have the dogs you used to have.
Sir. We got.
Well, you need to take them off the leash. Take them off the leash real fast. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, Larry, what's going on? Can't hear you, brother.
So, yeah, you're doing your R2D2 thing again.
Hey, brother. TA says we need some goons.
Rough. That's what that means.
We got them, TA. We got them.
Okay. Obadiah says, so do y'all think this year 3A and 4A are similar this year?
4A seem to have a little more fire than 3A this year.
I can only think of in 4A. I can only think of 3 teams that moved the needle. What 2? Yeah, 3 that moved the needle for me. But I guess.
What 3 of those? Benedictine, Perry, and who?
Maybe Wayne County, depending on how they do tomorrow.
Mm, yeah, 4A is a little more appealing this year.
Yeah. So that's that. Last time Peach took the dogs off the leash, they ended up in the transfer portal.
Who said that? Who
Sean,
said that? Oh, I
Sean.
see it. I see it. I see it.
Yes, you're right, Juwan. Our future is bright, so I ain't worried about it. 3A teams aren't strong enough to beat ranked teams in 5A, 6A, and 7A like they have in recent years. From 2015 to 2020, 3A teams consistently beat ranked teams in larger classes. Definitely not now, though. I
Mm.
can see that. I can see.
Mm. I'm
Um,
gonna roll with it.
yeah, I yeah. I mean, every now and again, but yeah, I can see that. Um, so that's that on that. So, do we have a question of the day?
Mm. I got one, but I'm gonna let y'all put your brains to work today before I mention my question.
Here's my question then. Is Dabo Swinney on the hot seat?
Hot seat burning like a mug.
Oh, his stock has gone down tremendously. Like
That boy
he's
booty
on,
is on fire.
and I don't, and I'm like, where would he go? Because at one point he was seen as the successor to Alabama, but I don't think that's gonna happen now.
No, when you lose to Duke in
Dude,
football, I
and
mean that's not.
Did you actually watch it though? As a Florida State Seminole, I'm grinning because I watched it. Like I went to sleep watching it, and yes, he is out of there.
um,
Go ahead.
I was saying, Paul says Dabo got a 10-year contract. He ain't going nowhere. Kind of like Jimbo, they want to get him out of there. And
Well, it's like, oh, we'll buy him out.
yeah, Clemson has the money to buy him out. Dabo is about to lose a lot of defensive depth to the transfer portal, and I think that's one of Dabo's problems. He doesn't want to adapt to the times. I mean, transfer
Well,
portal.
Dabo problem is Dabo can't coach. No,
Seriously,
let's just say it. Call a spade a spade. Dabo cannot coach. Dabo has had some of the best recruiting classes in the last 10 years, and all it showed was just putting good people in the right places. That
yeah,
does not make you a coach.
Well, they
yeah,
ain't got to worry about the portal because home got it shook up anyway.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah. Oh,
But
Dion got that on lock.
he
I'm
doesn't.
telling
I didn't finish. He doesn't adapt. He doesn't believe in the NIL and the transfer portal, and he lost the people that were in place that had him winning. I mean, when Venables went to Oklahoma, they really kind of went down. Yeah.
He can't coach.
Well, I never said he could, but
Oh,
I'm
okay.
telling
Just
you,
all that up to that. He
I'm just
can't coach.
telling you, even with that, he's not gonna even get the same talent that he was getting, is what I'm saying. I mean, because people were going to Clemson based on the reputation. And let's look at it. Monday night, he had 40 plus 4 and 5 stars. You know how many Duke had? Two.
you. One. I thought they had one.
I think it was two. But
Two.
either way, the disparity is glaring. You know, um, I don't know if that Colorado is going to lose this weekend. I'll see. Um,
Against Nebraska?
yeah,
Nah,
yeah.
I doubt it.
And what? I'm talking about in what?
Not
yeah,
in
I don't think they're
football.
gonna lose. So
Not in football.
Mm-mm. Paul Wilson says Dabo's scheme is predictable. TH says his defensive coordinator left, and they haven't been the same since. Clemson is soft. They soft as wet tissue paper. Oh my goodness, they were
So
serious.
basically, Clemson got eliminated from the college football playoffs last night.
Yeah.
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 Monday
Yeah.
night, whenever they play, they got eliminated.
Yeah, they can even beat them chumps down there in Tallahassee and win the ACC, and they still won't smell nothing
Hey,
close to the
don't
playoffs.
speak on Tallahassee or losing.
Just sis, reprobate mind. Remember, reprobate mind. Just let them have it.
Chumps with the tomahawks.
That's
I
right.
didn't know that, Sean.
Spear the damn spear.
Mhm.
Spear the spear. Damn it. So I don't. Yeah. I think Prime. Let me ask you this: do you think this is a new model now? With you getting the majority of your talent from the transfer portal, or do you think this was just like a special case?
I think that's gonna phase real soon.
They're gonna
I
put
think it's gonna fade out real soon.
yeah, they're
You
gonna
do.
find a way. They're gonna find a way to adjust it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be real, Joe. Let's just be real about it. Your blue bloods, if Alabama was in the transfer portal heavy and it was bringing them up, Clemson in the transfer portal heavy and it was bringing them up, they don't like what Unc doing out there in Colorado.
Not at all. Not at all.
So they gonna find a way to stop that.
They gonna write some checks. They gonna complain to who they need to complain to,
Oh, yeah,
but
definitely.
it's gonna be too late.
Oh, for the next, however long his contract is, he gonna get them regardless. Dion is Dion. He gonna get them regardless. So it may not be in the transfer, but he's gonna still be heavy and big in recruiting. And I think that's gonna still keep Colorado relevant, even if they stop that transfer portal.
But
Sean,
go
Sean
ahead.
said it's a new model for coaches who take over horrible programs.
Nah, it was a model for Dion walking into Colorado because of what they had out there.
Well, the thing is, though, bro, the transfer portal was going and hot jumping like double dutch before Dion even took the Colorado job.
No, I'm with you on that. But what I'm saying is the transfer portal came into play for Dion because one, he did not like the roster that was already at Colorado. So therefore, in order to replace, how do you replace the roster in Colorado? You dip into the transfer portal because it's going to be hard to get kids to come, the athletes, the players you want to come out there and sign with you when you just took over that program.
We understand that.
The transfer portal was a way for him to go to get that program to a state that made things happen on Saturday.
Yeah, but you're missing the whole point, bro. The point is when the transfer portal was put in place, Dion was not in FBS. Well, he was in FBS, but he was not in what you would call your Power 5 conferences and all, being at Jackson State.
I'm with you on that.
It was an FC, one in FBS.
Yeah, they FCS, you're right. So when these transfers was being done, these kids going to these different schools, and it's benefiting the people they wanted it to benefit, it was all well and good. We know Dion just took advantage of something that was put in place that was not designed for Deion Sanders, but he took advantage of it. And because of him taking advantage of it, they finna bring that to an end.
So D. Williams says Texas State got 43 portal players and they upset Baylor last weekend. Paul Wilson says, I don't think it's the transfer portal, it's the NIL that shifted power.
NIL does play a part. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, I don't think it plays that much of a part.
Yeah, but not that much, because at the end of the day, them kids. Go ahead.
What I meant by bringing up the portal was everybody if they aren't already thinking about it, they're gonna be trying to get Dion, whether they can actually get there or not.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Because of his effect that he have on young men's lives and what he's gonna be doing in the NCAA football programs, they not gonna stand for that. They're not gonna stand for that. And Dion is not one. Okay, I can go back to my teenage years. Sylvester Croom was a hell of a coach, Mississippi State.
Yeah.
And he got recruits in. He wasn't winning, SEC championships and stuff, but he was right in there. He just hanging around, sitting on his hands all the time, just being who he was. You know what I mean? Deion is not that. Deion gonna rub it in your goddamn face. Deion said, I don't even want to talk to you, because last week you said this about us. That's Deion Sanders. Deion ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing. So therefore, that shut up and dribble thing from Laura Ingalls, that's what they want for Deion. So they're gonna cut that transfer portal out. They're gonna stop kids, because ain't no kid, come on now. No kid from Georgia talking about going all the way out there to Colorado in that snow.
But one did.
Yeah, exactly. Because of Prime. That ain't gonna Travis Hunter. That ain't gonna be the case if they cut that transfer portal out.
Travis Hunter is one from Thomas County now. Don't sleep.
I know. I said Hopkins. I know Hopkins.
Okay.
I told he was my best at last year. If y'all remember, I had him as a number one receiver in Georgia. So I'm saying all that to say, when they cut that out, and now you don't have that transfer portal open. Now Deion got to go to recruiting. It's going to be hard to come in Georgia and Florida and tell a kid, hey, come on, let's go over here to Colorado. Yeah, you took Travis Hunter. You got Hopkins. You got a kid out of Baldwin this year, Michael Welch, who's a hell of a running back. You got a couple of more kids I know from Georgia that has committed to Prime. And that all of this stuff going on, it ain't going to last, man. Prime is he bigger than the game, if you ask me. He's bigger than the game, man.
So Sean,
they ain't going to allow it.
I ain't buying what y'all selling, man. I'm not buying what y'all selling right now.
So Sean,
man, get your checkbook out.
So Sean says Deion's got a lot of talent from the portal, but not the talent that wins big time games. He needs to build up the trenches, and you can't do that in the portal. Big time defensive linemen and offensive linemen won't be in the portal. You'll get mostly backups who didn't break into the lineup and locker room cancers like B. Alexander. Deion admits it much and knows he needs to get bigger up front. Obadiah says the portal hurt a lot of high school seniors.
Definitely.
And that they should have a limit.
Definitely.
Ricky Lee is I'm gonna start calling him Suge Knight, because he campaigning for Cedar Grove again. Suge Knight on the mic. Cedar Grove has multiple D linemen and major P5 since Jimmy served, plus a plethora of Georgia All-Americans, Christian Miller, Louisville, Memphis, etc. All right, and if you don't want to be, you don't want your producer all in the videos and everything.
Come on to Cedar Grove. Come on to Ellenwood.
So I got a question, guys. It's been so we can do a comparison. I know y'all watch sports talk shows. So last week the new Undisputed aired or debuted, and this week the new First Take debuted. So what are your thoughts on the new Undisputed and the new First Take? Have y'all been able to see it, and what do y'all think about it?
Yeah, I have to apologize. I haven't seen it. Maybe the listeners have and can give you some input on that.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but I've seen the cast. I'm gonna go with First Take.
Did I see the name tag, Jess? I didn't, darling. I didn't see it.
Man, that was funny. That was the name tag thing was funny.
What was the name tag?
So basically, the first episode, Shannon Sharp.
I saw it. I know what you're talking about. Over there. I saw that. I said, why does he have a name tag on? Yes, I saw it. That was hilarious. Go ahead and
explain it to the ones who hadn't seen that.
Okay, so the very first episode that aired this past week, Shannon Sharp got on there and kept calling Stephen A. Smith Skip. So the next day, i.e. today, or maybe yesterday, I forgot which one. But anyway,
it was
Tuesday, Stephen A. Smith comes on and says, "Hey, I got something to help you so you can remember my name," and put on a "Hello, my name is Stephen A." Name tag on his suit.
It was hilarious. This is my opinion, and then we can wrap up the show. I for one will say that I thought that when Shannon left Undisputed, Skip was gonna be in a lurch. He had issues with Shannon and he had issues with Jenny Taft. So both of them are gone. So now he's got Keyshawn, Richard Sherman, and Michael Irvin. And that first episode, it was just sensory overload because you got these three huge personalities and they had to learn the chemistry. And now Skip is basically Jenny Taft. And he can't get a word in edgewise. And that didn't really work. So now Michael Irvin doesn't come on as often. Keyshawn and Richard are always there. And they're kind of learning it. So it gets a little better. Now they need to get a little better with the basketball because all they talk about is the Lakers and LeBron, and people get tired of that. I like First Take. He did say Skip 2 or 3 times, but I preferred it, and you can tell he's still kind of getting his footing too. But when Shannon does get his footing, Steven and Shannon are gonna have some knockdown dragouts, and it's gonna make for good TV.
For sure.
So that's my opinion on it. And if y'all want to know, if y'all can go on YouTube and y'all can catch clips and see what's what. But I like both of them, but I'm probably because I like Keyshawn on Undisputed. He's great with Skip. So
I bet you do.
not like that, but I just like it better when Michael Irvin is on there. They all on there at the same time. It's just sensory overload. But when Michael Irvin is not on there and it's just Keyshawn and Skip and maybe Richard, it's a lot better. So with that being said, we thank y'all so much for coming on tonight and listening to us. I want to thank all the panel members for your insight and your input. As always, you're wonderful. Shout out to the Wizard for coming on and with his pick'ems. Make sure, guys, that you get in your predictions before Friday at 6 p.m. Even if I know it's week 4 and some of you have not played, but even if it's just to say, yeah, Wizard, I beat you this week. You might not be able to win overall, but
it's still 4 spots. It's still 4 spots up for grabs, so they can definitely win.
Y'all a little behind the 8 ball, but maybe one of those other 4 people will forget to play a couple of weeks, and then you can catch up, so it's not too late. Keith Stewart is in the lead now. I don't know who he is, but he's in the lead. But my brother Yo is right behind him and is going to overtake him.
Excuse me. I was going to slide and not say nothing. Sean, chill, okay? He's showing camaraderie, and we trying to end our show. Don't get cute. We'll be there. They coming to the vet. And with that being said, my team nor your team better not lose.
There it is. There it is. So,
period, boo.
Thanks to the panel members. Thanks to everybody here. Make sure y'all come back Friday around 11:30 where we're going to say it with your chest. I think my sis has said it all, and I don't think that anything else needs to be said. So y'all take care.
I have something to say.
Okay, go ahead, EP.
We still having Player of the Week. And please don't forget that you can also send in people that you want to be picked for the Player of the Week. And we've been doing this for the past 2-3 weeks, and we only had 2 or 3 people voted. Send in people, so we need a little bit more participation. And y'all can send it to the email address, sportstalksfridaynightllights@gmail.com. It's the S behind the sports and lights. And that's it.
Okay. Well, y'all come back and see us Friday night. You hear? Take care. Good night.
Night.
Peace up. A-Town down.
You better not lose.